Give us 60 seconds. What exactly does SOTIRIA solve?
Yeah, at SOTIRIA Technology we do underwater intelligence hardware and software with a purpose mainly to protect infrastructure in the maritime domain. Some examples are ports, critical straits, maritime straits, or oil and gas infrastructure.
Oh, I was expecting you to go longer. Good, came prepared. Okay, so your main mission is protecting Greece's coast, or the coast, maritime coast, right? Of course. When did you realize, wait a minute, this has dual-use application, I can pivot into other sectors as well?
First of all, it's not only coasts, like it's maritime domains, which could be, you know, oceanic.
Fine, fine. Okay.
But to your question, basically the dual use came to us, and it was like, okay, like this is a use case that I didn't know about. One example are scientific applications, for example, seismic or volcanic activity monitoring, which is something that was unlocked to us because we had a device that could be immediately be used to track volcanic events or seismic events. Yeah.
That's super cool. Follow up, the seismic shifts maybe that happened over the last year near the Santorini island. Like, did you play with that at all?
We are in the process of getting much involved in this, and the interesting part in this case was that the seismic area was inside the water on the seabed. So traditional companies that have scientific equipment are not ready to deploy in the water. So that was a good match for us. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That is, because it's still on the making.
I mean, not awesome for the seismic activity, but for you guys having that opportunity. I guess that brings me to my next question. Obviously, the maritime domain is huge. How do you decide where to focus? Should I go defense, infrastructure protection, global shipping? How do you triage that?
So our company was made to address defense applications. Specifically in the defense domain, it's more like Navy-related things, like anti-submarine warfare or mine warfare. So this is the domain. So from start, we started on this. Now the second vertical after the national security, let's say, box, it's the energy domain that has very similar, let's say, way of handling, but different customer in some case. You will find this customer in another place with other priorities, etc. So these two are our main focus, together with the scientific part. Shipping is not in our immediate plans. It's more in the third phase of our development.
When you say energy, like being able to detect where there might be resources, or something completely different?
No, it's just again protection of energy infrastructure,
okay, I got you. Okay.
Which is, in this case, could be a private customer or a state customer in other countries, but it's completely different customer than an officer, for example.
So very different. That was me? Hello? Oh, okay. Your tech combines software, hardware, and ocean data. It's a very interesting mix. Have you had any like eureka moments of, something that happens when your tech touches the salt water or something like that?
Yeah, actually, when tech touches the salt water, it typically gets destroyed. Right? This is what happens. Like, if
do you have a product?
Typically, I said, of course, and that's the beauty of it. That once we got to have products in the water that actually works, innovative, that's something that was not existing before, and it still works and it creates value for the customer. Then we said, okay, actually, we were not crazy. We are not crazy, and actually, our strategies and our product is working as intended.
That's really interesting. But you're fusing AI, sensors, ocean data. What's been the biggest technical challenge? Is it collecting clean data, processing it fast, or extracting insights, actionable insights?
The first challenge was to create a very good quality, sensitive hardware. We tackled this a couple of years ago now. So now the biggest challenge is to create more and more valuable insights for the end user. And these insights is steadily what keeps us on differentiating from competition. So this is the biggest challenge. We have the foundation, we have the brains of the system done. So generating all the insights through software mainly, it's now what is unlocking more contracts and more growth.
So honestly, to me, it sounds like you guys do something very, very complex. But you're also dealing with a customer with pretty slow procurement cycles. How do you maintain startup speed while doing the complex things you do and dealing with your slow customer?
I think the answer is kind of obvious, right? One is private investment, okay. But for us, and I think we need to be very transparent here, is like institutes and organizations like the Commission through the European Defence Fund have been the main contributor to us keeping there, developing our product, and also the biggest industries in Europe in this case, trusting us in the first, let's say demo stage, and still trusting us now in the growth phase, like companies like Thalys in France, or Saab, or in Germany, ThyssenKrupp. So such companies, through these channels of the European Commission, but also steadily in a one-to-one basis, is what keeps us, growing and staying there, and of course being close to the Hellenic Defence Innovation Unit, receiving but also giving feedback to make it, more quality based, more fast, and more effective. I think this can unlock success for both us, the companies, but also for the center as a success case in Europe, I believe. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Last question. Finish this sentence. If the sea could talk, what would it tell us?
Yeah, if the sea could talk, like honestly thinking this is like, it will tell, leave me alone, right? I think this is the honest answer, but reflecting a bit, okay, now in this answer, leave me alone, the sea will say, leave me alone. For us it means first, keep away all strange intruders, which is the defense part, but it's also the environmental part, right? How to make systems that do not negatively affect the ecosystem. And we can also help in this, like for example, measure and protect through our tech this good ecosystem as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's very important. All right, thank you so much, Angelos. We appreciate you sitting here with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you, Endeavor, for the invitation.